Now I'm going to introduce Jim O'Keefe. As we know, Jim is the COO of TechClean Industries. He's got 28 years of experience, and he's one of the longest and most successful commercial service providers that we have. Jim's going to talk with us a little bit today about how TechClean has taken this technology and really made it a key offering and even a new division within their company. So Jim, can you talk with us a little bit about the demand for becoming a duct expert? I mean, that's a new phrase that you guys have really coined at TechClean.
We spent a lot of time, like Chad, looking at different opportunities to make money. I've been in the business, the HVAC retrofit business, for about 28 years or so. And myself, as well as the CEO of TechClean, Kenny Coffey, we look at profit-driven business where we're making profits, not just doing the work. So that was the start of it. The demand came basically from speaking with our clients. When we first started looking at this stuff, they noticed in their hospitals or in their facilities that they had airflow problems. So they started to look for solutions to those problems.
One of the things that you guys have indicated is that becoming a duct efficiency expert has really helped you strengthen your relationship with your clients. Can you talk to me a little bit about when you added this service, how it changed the dynamic of your conversations with your customers?
Yes, it's there's not that many people that really know the business. So as many of you know out there, if you know more than your client, you tend to get a little bit more of the business. So going in there, you begin to have a different relationship, form a different relationship with the client, where they're not only looking at you as the expert to sealing ducts and to work in this, but for other things, for your other services. It allows you to get in there and gives you a little more credibility when you want to offer different products and services that you may have, whether it's on the mechanical side or the duct cleaning, mold remediation side.
Now, this is really going to be a breakthrough year for you guys. What are you guys thinking as far as top-line sales for this new division, this duct efficiency division for the year? What do you think you guys are going to be able to do?
To answer your question specifically, we have goals of about $1 million in sales. Over the last 2 years, we've been working with the product. I've been working with it for about a year now, a little over a year. We've done between $300,000 and $400,000 a year with good profits, very good profits, as Chad said, very similar. But we know we can meet the $1 million number. We know it because we're in a market in New York City where we have very big clients. The clients have already used us in some of the applications and have already planned on using us in more. So we've kind of laid the seeds really especially over the last year and done some work, some smaller work with them, knowing that we can bring in more. The second thing on the sales side, in the New York City market specifically, and for you, for the people out there who are in the urban markets, the codes for construction are changing dramatically, and there's a real need in the risers in large buildings. They don't want to rip them out. How are they going to solve the problem? So they still, the codes, especially in New York, are becoming very tight, where they're making them prove that they're sealing the ductwork all the way through, not just in the construction areas that they're working with, but in the old ducts also.
Yeah, Jim, I'm really interested in that, because what you're starting to get into right now is something you guys have done really well, which is document the process it takes to take this from a good idea to a lot of financial success. So talk with me a little bit about, you started off by talking about leveraging that existing client relationship. And, I think most of the people on the call today would agree that the heart of their business is trying to get more money from their existing customers rather than trying to go out and find new customers. So how have you guys used the Aeroseal process to do that?
We have existing clients. The people within TechClean, as well as myself, all the three major players have been around for close to 30 years. So we do have a lot of existing clients. We continue to use those clients and keep leveraging those clients and finding other clients also. So once we have a good relationship with one, it goes to another. Part of the process, though, is understanding what the client's needs are. Are you in a pharmaceutical? Are you in a hospital? Are you in a office facility? Understanding that client's need is the most important object. My job in the 20 years that I've been doing business is not to have them come to me, but I come to them. I look for the opportunity and I try and cultivate those opportunities. These products, this set of products, Aeroseal specifically, allows you to go to them with something to find and cultivate the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was, what are the typical roadblocks are you guys running into on a sale? Because this is a new process for most of us, and one of the things I'm really intrigued to hear about from your perspective of, what are those big questions that you get nailed with? What are those stumpers, and how did you guys learn to work around them?
Honestly, the stumpers come from what I feel are the most educated people. You know, on the construction side of the business, when you're getting into new construction versus old construction, the new construction has very specific leakage codes. A lot of the times the people you're working with don't have the answers. They don't know what to run the machine at. They don't know how to approach the job. They don't understand the safety aspects of it. For instance, if you're looking at hospitals, you know, are you in critical areas? How do you design the safety into the job? So what you're going to find is that you spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to set up the job. But that's all profit. That's all stuff that you can charge for. You're designing the job, and you're designing it a lot of times for a lot of smart people. But that's also part of the profit and technology-based side that's going to give you more credibility. So,
you know, one of the things that you've told me is that you guys use demonstration events very effectively, because, you know, most people have never seen the Aeroseal process in place. They may have had their ducts cleaned before, they may have had a remediation process before, but they don't understand how inside-out duct sealing process. So can you give me an example of where you guys have gone and talked to a new client and how you've used a demo?
New clients, a lot of times the new clients really are looking at the older work that we've done in another facility. What we're doing is we're looking at, if we have a hospital, they want to know where we've done it before. So what we'll do is we'll invite them to the client's facility. We'll show them the results. We'll have them talk to the clients. On the construction side, what we're trying to do with that side of it is we try and bring the construction managers a little bit more technical, who you're working for, the pecking order of whether you're working for a sheet metal guy or a mechanical guy or the construction guy. But on site, we know that, for instance, in a large hospital we're working on right now in New York City, that construction manager is working on 5 or 6 other projects within the hospital site itself. We brought the construction manager up there while we were doing the work. Not only showed them results, but showed them how it worked, so they could see it, so they could touch it, they could smell it, they could see some of the problems that we're running into also, how hard it was to think it through in certain areas. So we actually bring them to site and show them specific jobs when available.
You know, one of the things I'm interested in, and I think many of the people listening today, is that, you know, what's the backup? I mean, if, you know, what's the support that you guys get from the manufacturer? Because this is a new business and it's a new service, and whether it's the technical side or the engineering side of it, what have your experience has been with the Aeroseal folks?
It's been excellent. I mean, you're going to have problems with it in regards to understanding it right off the bat. It takes a little time to get to understand it, but as Chad said, once you jump in, it's not hard and it works. From a technical point of view, we rely, if we're looking at the machine itself, we will talk back to Ben and Ben Trotcase and some of the other people in the office, and they're always available. There's applications where we get on site. There was an application the other evening, and we called one of our regional managers. I called them at 10 o'clock at night because I was unsure of why the machine did what it did. We still were able to seal at 95 to 97%, but I needed to understand it because it was key in regards to how I was going to report on that, and that was going to lead to other business within that facility. Picked the phone, called the regional manager, who I have a good relationship with, spent the time talking it through, let him talk to my technician. I don't always know the answers to everything. My techs are a little bit more mechanically savvy. I let them talk to them also, and they were available.
Now, what I want to do right now is just give you a final chance to just kind of wrap it up and just summarize for me why you think Aeroseal is a good investment for the guys that are on the call today, the folks that are on the call today.
Well, the first one is profits. As I said before, I look for opportunities. I build businesses based on profits, not just revenues, and the profits are there. As Chad said, and as you have said, the leakage numbers are there, and the gross profits are there if you run the job profitably. The other thing about Aeroseal is it leads to other work. Within the same projects, you might have, from a mechanical point of view, you might have vibration isolators and other things that you need to do to the unit, or airflow readings, or some balancing or duct cleaning. So it leads to a lot more work. And bottom line, from a business point of view, profits and more work are what make you survive and keep moving.
Excellent. Jim, thank you very much. I appreciate it.